Hi everybody, Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World. On the off-grid project, just a quick update. I'm going to try to upload this video right away so you can see where I've been all day yesterday. The Jeep is plated, registered, licensed and legal, insured. The Jeep is legally on the road. Got to do a little bit of work to it here and there, a little bit of maintenance work, needs some loving and care. But I've got it home. The problem was in the fuse block, and they did not treat the Jeep kindly over at the shop. I see that the whole front quarter is dented up. They jammed it into the ground. The back end is a bit trashed. They jammed the bumper into the ground and bent it downwards. The bumper, the hitch. I am not pleased at all with how they bent the hitch, which is a valuable part of my Jeep to me. And they jammed it so deep into the ground that was packed full of mud. And I'm definitely gonna go in and complain about that, because if that's wrecked and I can't tow with this, I'm not gonna be happy. Not at all. The guy who had this before had completely fixed this up, took it off, and sandblasted it and painted it. I'm not pleased. I'm gonna have to really look up in there. It looks like they bent the bumper, the framing. They jammed it in so bad it bent the framing. Look at that. I am not happy at all. Not at all. 6 going on 7 months they had this thing. And what they said is there was a fuse block issue. So there was you gotta wiggle the fuse to get it started. And they finally gave it back to me in the non-working condition that they'd got it in. Well, I drove it there, and the guy before that had been driving to the New York City and back all the time with this Jeep before I gave it up to those guys. And they gave it back to me with a dead battery, deader than dead. If I shut it off, it won't run again, and it won't even turn on the lights or anything. And when I said, well, listen, I gave you a vehicle with a good battery, the guy laughed. It wasn't the boss or the owner, but the mechanic laughed and said, oh, well, it's been sitting here for months. Of course it's going to be a dead battery. And that's how they gave it back to me. So I'm going to go back and talk to the owner. I'm not pleased at all with how they dealt with me here. So, oops. That is a problem. Now it's going to be dead. Anyway, it has been running. It's been running actually for quite a while here, till just now. Probably the fuse slipped while it was sitting here idling. There's a bad fuse block, and I'm just going to buy a new fuse block off the internet for $20. And for a $20 part, I haven't had the Jeep back in all this time. But here it is, registration, license, plates, and legal. I finally got the Jeep back. So I'm going to have a sit down with you here in a minute, and we'll talk about the Jeep and what happened, because there's a lot of rumors and a lot of trolls. Yes, trolls, they're always there. But the trolls spread rumors, and good, common, innocent people are believing the rumors, and so I have to clear that up. So we'll sit down here and I'll tell you what's going on and what happened and the whole story behind the Jeep. Hi everybody. For those of you that don't know the story, I used to hang out with Man of Many Things, going off-road all the time. We did some videos together, and we were talking about doing some off-road adventures. And I bought this Jeep to ride with him and do the overland adventures. And then, I don't know what happened after that. We didn't have any bad words between us. I know he was upset because I didn't take his advice. He said this was a bad model or a bad year. And he said, don't get this year. But the price was right, and so I got it. And he was upset with me about that because I didn't take his advice, and that everybody knows, that's all in the past. And that's the only thing that occurred between us. And the trolls had a heyday with that. They went wild, and they said we're enemies and we're fighting, and I'm trying to steal his ideas, and that I'm trying to copy him because I can't come up with projects of my own. Well, every one of you that watches my videos knows I have about 1 million projects going on, and I have no end to the amount of projects that I'm coming up with. So I did not buy this to try to copy someone. I don't need to copy someone. I have so much going on out here, it's mind-blowing. If you were to see my list, ask Molly about my ever-growing list. She keeps adding to it, by the way. If you were to see my list of things to do and video ideas I have, a long growing list of ideas for videos I have that's been growing for years, you'll understand that I don't copy any other channels. I don't need to in order to get subs. And why would somebody with 70,000 subs copy a smaller channel? It's pointless. It is just not, it doesn't make sense. So the trolls are trying to spread rumor and trying to actually break up my friendships with my friends. They're always attacking Trucker Buck and Bison, trying to tell them horrible things about me and trying to get them to turn on me. And it's sad that they have nothing better to do with their lives than to just hate people and cause problems. But anyway, I bought this Jeep to hang out with him. He stopped doing videos, so anyway, this has been gone for what, a half a year now at the shop, and I finally got it back. My truck is dead, so I registered this, and this is going to have to be my driver for a workhorse now. The truck is, the lift bed isn't lifting, and I don't know why. We can't get the bed up for anything. The fuel pump quit, and the cross member in the back is broke. It was welded. When they put the piston in for the lift bed, they cut it and then put a welded piece in there, which broke. And anyway, there's a lot of other things the truck has done. I'm getting rid of it, and I'm just going to have the Jeep, and if I need to pull stuff around, I'll get a trailer, which I've already got lined up, by the way. So I'll have a trailer for towing things around. And this is it. This is just another day of my life at the off-grid homestead. And this is going to be part of the life at the homestead now. I'm going to fix it up, clean it up, and run it, use it. I need a winter vehicle. It's a four-wheel drive. I figured out how to get the four-wheel drive running in the front, no big deal. So I did some research last night online, figured out how to get that running. It's a vacuum actuator motor on the front of this thing, and all you got to do is put vacuum on one line to engage it and vacuum on another line to disengage it. And I think I've got two options. I can spend $100 for a pull cable, a manual like a choke cable, to engage and disengage. That's a $100 kit. Or I think I might even have the stuff here, some aquarium line valves. Basically, bring a vacuum in and have an aquarium valve to switch between one or the other. Done. It's just a vacuum line. So I'll have the front wheel drive in this going, and if the actuator motor is bad, then I get the $100 part with the manual pull, and a lot of people do that with these Jeeps anyway. This is a 1984 front end on this, and a lot of people with a vacuum actuator motor, what they do is they put a manual pull on there anyway, because you can be out in the mud and pull a wire or pull a cable or whatever, and you're stuck, you lose your four-wheel drive. And that's sort of dumb. So anyway, this is moving forward. You'll be seeing this around, and I've got some tires, some beautiful tires in here that I'm going to be putting on, because the tires on it were dry rotted. And the day I got the Jeep, I think like the next day or so, I went and got new tires for it on Craigslist. So no big deal. Nice rims too. So I'll be putting them on and run it. So if I got to go haul some wood or pick up some lumber, construction materials, this is going to have to be the beast to do it. There is an issue with the fuses. I don't know what's up. I don't know if the battery's going to start the vehicle. No. They killed my battery. I'm really not happy. They killed my battery dead. They left it for half a year dead. I'm going to go back and talk to them because I'm not pleased. But anyway, I'm going to get this video up so you can see what's going on. And it took me all day yesterday. I don't know why working on a vehicle in New York can be an all-day process, but it was an all-day affair. The DMV was open till 7:30 last night. And then by the time I got home and settled in, it was dark and late, and I didn't get a video done to tell you what's going on. So I'm going to try to rush this video in and let you see what I did all day yesterday. But it's here. So, talk to you later.